Hi there, my name is DJ. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm building bag 10 of LEGO's Hogsmeade Village set 76457. Here you can see what was built from bags 2 through 9. If you're interested, I've got a playlist of the previous videos in this series on my channel. And today with bag 10, we are starting off with a minifig. And the bottom of the box tells me that this minifig is Katie Bell. And I have no idea who that was in the books or movies or anything. But what I can tell you about Katie Bell is that they must have an amazing head of hair. Let's check that out. Is that a whoosh of hair or what? But let's see. Oh, I forgot Katie's wand. And now I have to dig around in the parts that came with the bag to find where are the wands. Oh, there we go. And we got a little 2-pack of wands, like normal. And we give Katie her wand. If I can figure out how to get her hand to accept it. Yeah, starting to think, there we go. All right, so there is Katie Bell, the minifig. And she is floating up on something, I suppose. But she came with this little stand, the clear pieces that usually represents invisibility. All right, and then we'll get back to the building. So looks like we're starting out with a 2x8 and a little end piece here. And then we're gonna have a couple of these. This sort of thing is usually makes like a box that stuff goes in, I'm guessing at some point. Let's see. The other end of that getting capped off. And a little 1x2 plate. And another 1x2 plate with just the one stud on top. And some more, looks like snow piece. Where is that? Early in the build, it always takes more time to find the piece I'm looking for than it does toward the end. All right, and then we got that. And that is gonna get combined with this little round piece and another 1x2 plate. And that is gonna connect on there like so. And we are flipping the page. And it looks like got a couple of these guys going on here. And we have 1x2 plate with this sort of rounded piece and smooth top for that. It's gonna go together like that. And oh, it's making the, looks like the basin for a fountain. Let's see, here we got another little plate and this brick on top. And then there's this gray little top and one of these little whooshes of color to represent the water. And then that goes together to be a little fountain, which I think is pretty cool. And then looks like we're doing a water pump next. Got the base of it, and then moving our way up. And one of these guys with the 3 studs on them. And looks like it's gonna have like this little round disc on one side. And for the handle on the water pump, there's this sort of horn looking dealy on the other end. And up on top is a little pointy bit. And then all of that goes together on the base here. So that if I understand it, looks, you know, like this is like one of those old school water pumps with the lever that you go up and down, and then the water starts flowing out of here. And turning the page in the instructions, all of that goes together on here. And how does that fit in exactly? Looks like just sort of goes on there. That's sort of a jaunty angle. And then from here, we're going to start building up on top of the walls. We got one of this big flat piece here. It's going to go up on there. And then we've got a couple of these 1x2 bricks. And they're going to go inside there. And then, oh, looks like they are not quite next to each other. They're one space apart. And then in between them is one of these 1x1 bricks. So I'll put that together there. Our little wall back. And flipping over to the next page. I got a whole lot of little stuff going together here. So we're starting with a 1x5 base plate and a 1x1 brick. And then a 1x1 yellow plate in there. And another brick. And a red 1x1 going in there. And another brick. And then we've got a piece of mail that needs to go in there. Looks like it's going to be the junk mail. It's going to go on there. Looks like this is one of those old school pigeonhole sort of systems for the owl post. Different slots for the mail to go in to get sorted, which is kind of a fun little thing to have in a a post office sort of situation. They're the equivalent in their universe anyway. And the different cubbies, I'm guessing, are color coded to help the people doing the sorting, which is kind of a fun little detail. I like that. And going on to, got those together. Then we're going to put some more mail in them with this one here. And then there's one I like a lot because it has a little wax seal looking one. It's my favorite. Okay, and then should have another plate on the top of it all. And this little guy, oh, I knocked off the letter. There we go. And one more letter on top of that. And then all of that is going to go on top of here so that they can do more mail sorting in the owl post. All right. And move it along. We've got, where do we go? Here we go. A little 1x4 plate and a 1x4 brick. And then we need another plate of that more orangey brown. And that is going to go up on the top of there. And it's calling for this little red plate and this other envelope, which are going to go together on there. And some of these pages, they go by really quick. There. And got this arch going across top there, and some little masonry detail, and another one of these little corseted almost 1x2 bricks. And let's see, we got a 1x4 up over here, and it's going to be 2 of these 1x3s going to go together up over on the other side. Okay. And now looks like we're building a part that's going to go on top eventually. And putting together these sloped bits. And another one back there. And then some more snow detailing. Then a couple more of these steepled roof pieces. And then a couple of these guys here to cap them off. And then all of that goes up on top of the L post. And move along to the next page. I got one of these little L-shaped guys. And one by one. And some brick texture. And another little L-shaped guy. And got some more brick texture. And one more of these little L shapes. And that is going to go together onto here. And we are flipping the page. I've got this 2x2 brick. And it's 1x2 plate. And then this little rounded 1x2 going up onto there. Now it looks like we're building out the window. So we're going to be putting together a whole bunch of, is that the wrong frame? What do we, let's see. Gonna be 4 of these guys, looks like. Gonna be, so it's a grand total of 8 of these panes of glass we're gonna be putting together here. That's 3. Alright, halfway. And got that guy. Okay. And one more of these window frames to go. And the last pane of glass. Okay. And then let's see, how does this all go together? So it looks like it's starting with the bright red base and then putting these guys together to make another one of these protruding window box sort of situations. And they're gonna get these black curved bits on top, and they're both gonna get a sticker. And grabbing our sticker sheet here, it looks like we got these 2 little strips. Let's say owl and post. And the one on the left is going to get the one that says owl. And let's see if we can get that on there reasonably well. Not too bad. All right. And then the other side, I'll put on post. Okay. And try not to sneeze. Alright. Outpost. Alright. And then another one of these bright red parts on top, making it all much more structurally sound. And we're building up the snow detail on top, it looks like. And we got this 1x6 brick on the back of it. And some little clumps of snow to give some variation to the top. Okay. And flipping the page. Okay. Alright, looks like we've got some little snow hanging down the side over there. And this 1x3 plate here. Then we're going to have this hinge on there. And then got this slope here going on like that. And we got a 1x1 little plate up there. And now with the exposure, it's hard to see all what's going on there with just white on white on white. But let's see. Got a curved bit that's going to go over it all. And another one of these little kind of rounded clumps. And all of that is going to go together on top of the there. Holding on pretty good. And so we've got the outpost, which, let's see, I'm building up the roof some more now. Over here. And got this little 1x1 plate. And then a 2x3 plate on top of that. And flipping the page again, I got some more snow. There's really no shortage of snow bits in this build, which is honestly like a big reason why I wanted this set. Is my my favorite thing in LEGO are the winter villages. And so while I'm a casual fan of the Harry Potter universe, I really wanted all of this as a way to fill out my winter village setups. Just we got all of that going on together up there. And let's see, we've got, looks like it's going to be this little slope here. Then some more of the hanging down, almost icicle Gonna snow there and a little curved bit on top. And looks like we're doing up another chimney. Starting out this super tall guy. And guy on the back. And some masonry on the front. And a 2x2 on top of there. And some more brickwork. All right. And going on top of there in a few moments is going to be this 3x3 plate with this little 1x3 plate on it. And let's see, the brown is super hard to read in the books, at least for my old eyes, but takes me a second sometimes. Not quite sure why the brown in the book is the shade that it is. It seems a lot darker than the actual bricks to me. I don't know if there's like there's got to be a reason for the choice there somewhere, but I do not know what it is. But we got the those going together. I guess maybe not a chimney. I'm not quite sure what this is. Maybe some sort of roost for the owls, maybe. Okay, but we got this little 3x3 going on top of it. And then there's going to be some some smooth bits going around the top there. Then this little cap on top of it. And this like gray blue cap on the top of that. So that all goes together like so. And then it all gets put on top of there like that. And let's see. Next we're doing a little street light going down here. Which fits on there. Then let's see. Got this yellow square brick and cap on top, and this tiny little pyramid on top of there. And if I do, so that is not only the end of bag 10, it is the end of book 1 of the whole thing. And so this is all done. Of course, there's a couple of other books, and I think about 20 more bags. So hopefully you'll stick with me, watch. Hopefully you're enjoying seeing all of this come together. I'm pretty happy with this building. It's got a lot of variation to it, a lot of fun detail. I dig the little pigeon hole boxes and the owl post, and it's all a pretty darn cool build. I like it a lot. All right, well, thank you for watching. I hope you're all having a good day. Please remember to do all the YouTube things, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.